The first time I saw it, I convinced myself it was nothing, just a glitch, a smudge, maybe even my imagination. I'd been out at the park, snapping pictures of the golden afternoon light breaking through the trees. Later that night, scrolling through my gallery, I froze. In one photo, there was something standing behind me, a shadowy figure, tall and featureless. I laughed it off. I was alone when I took the picture. I would have noticed someone that close to me, right? I deleted the photo and went to bed, pretending the knot in my stomach wasn't there. But the next time I used my camera, it was back. No matter where I went, the figure showed up in my photos. The coffee shop, the grocery store, even my apartment, it didn't matter. Every shot had it lurking somewhere in the background, always standing just behind me. And every time, it was a little closer. At first, I tried rationalizing it. I cleaned the lens, updated my phone, switched to a different camera app. Nothing worked. The shadow was always there. My friends thought it was hilarious. Maybe you've got a secret stalker, one of them teased. I didn't laugh. I could feel it watching me, even when the phone wasn't in my hand. I stopped taking pictures, but that didn't stop it. The first time I blacked out, I was sitting on my couch, scrolling through Instagram. My vision blurred, my head spun, and when I blinked, I was standing in a dark alley downtown. I had no idea how I'd gotten there. My phone was in my hand, the camera app open, and there was a new photo in my gallery. It was of me, standing in that same alley, and the figure was behind me, closer than ever. These blackouts kept happening. One moment I'd be at home, brushing my teeth or watching TV. The next I'd wake up in strange places. A deserted parking garage, an empty bus station, once even a crumbling church. And every time there was a new photo on my phone. I wasn't running from it. I was being led to it. The places weren't random. They felt familiar, like half-forgotten dreams clawing their way to the surface. One night, I woke up in an abandoned library. Dusty shelves surrounded me, the smell of mold heavy in the air. I checked my phone. The newest photo showed me standing in the middle of the room, and the figure was so close it looked like it was reaching for me. Another night, I woke up in a cemetery. My legs were scraped, my hands trembling as I stumbled toward the nearest exit. The photo on my phone showed me standing by a headstone. The figure's shadow stretched over me like it was swallowing me whole. Each place felt more personal, more important, like it was showing me pieces of a puzzle I didn't know I was putting together. It all came to a head at the house. I woke up standing outside a decaying, boarded-up home at the edge of town. My phone buzzed in my hand, and when I checked, there was a photo of me, taken from behind, standing exactly where I was now. The shadow was no longer in the distance. It was right behind me, its shape almost merging with mine. I didn't want to go inside, but I couldn't stop myself. My legs moved on their own, and I crossed the threshold. Inside, the air was thick, suffocating. The walls were covered in old, faded photographs, all of them of me. Me as a child on a playground, me as a teenager laughing with friends, me as an adult walking to work. And in every single photo, the shadowy figure was there, standing behind me, watching. I felt my stomach drop. This thing, it hadn't just started following me. It had always been there. The wall seemed to close in, the house pressing down on me like it was alive. My phone buzzed again, the screen lighting up on its own. The camera app opened. At first, it just showed me standing in the room, but then the figure appeared. It wasn't behind me anymore. It was standing in front of me. I couldn't move. I couldn't scream. I just stared at the screen as it reached for me. Its shadow stretched forward, swallowing the light, swallowing me. The last thing I remember is the cold touch of its hand. When I woke up, I wasn't in the house anymore. I wasn't anywhere. I don't know where I am now, but I know one thing for sure. It's still watching me. And now, when people look at my old photos, they don't just see the figure. They see me standing beside it, staring back.